What if Yoda fell in love with Yaddle? Before I continue, I'd like you to please subscribe or you're a sequel fan. Let's go back when Yoda and Yaddle were in the order, like way before Anakin or Mace Windu. Way before both of them. They fell in love. I don't know how. I'll figure it out and I'll tell you. But I don't know right now. So they fell in love, and then when Yoda was Grand Master, like a few hundred years later, he said that Jedi are allowed to love. Because of this new rule, a lot of Jedi decided to marry, but some older Jedi decided not to marry because they thought it was against the Jedi ways. After all, back then, attachment was forbidden. And because of this, the Jedi Order would expand a lot because they would gain more younglings. Back to Yoda and Yaddle. They had a kid named Grogu, aka Baby Yoda. Qui-Gon would also fall in love, and Obi-Wan would fall in love with Satine. Now time to get to the main part of the story. Anakin would be found by Qui-Gon on an assignment from the Trade Federation, and everything would go the same kind of in episode 1. Except they allow Anakin to come in because they're no longer afraid of attachments and they no longer worry about age restriction. So, yeah, that happens. After Qui-Gon's death, Obi-Wan would train him. Palpatine would try to befriend Anakin, and he just kept befriending him for like 10 years until he met Padme. The two fell in love on their mission on Naboo, and they got married, and the whole Jedi Council came, and there was a huge celebration. And also, they would express their feelings earlier because Padme would know there's no restriction. So she would just tell Anakin, and Anakin would be like, yeah, I love you too, or whatever he says. And he would be cringy. Yeah, very cringy. Not long after, Palpatine would start with his plans. Soon, Palpatine's plan begins to start. He would create the Clone Wars, but they would be overmatched because, as I mentioned earlier, the youngling situation, how there's so many younglings. Now those younglings are either knights, masters, or Padawans. Also, they might be dead. Some of them might be dead, yeah. This would enrage Palpatine. He would create a new plan. Oh, and by the way, the Jedi did not need clones because of the youngling situation. He needed Anakin to be his apprentice, somehow. This is when he decided to use the ultimate final plan. When Anakin was asleep, Palpatine just knocked him out so he wouldn't wake up for what he was going to do. He took Anakin to a mysterious place, and he used an ancient Sith ritual and made Anakin into Darth Vader and made him at his full potential too. And Anakin would have all his limbs, no mask, and nothing except Palpatine's Sith lightning torture him at time to time. The first task was to kill all the Jedi. Soon, he was killing all the Jedi, and Yoda sensed something different in Anakin. He realized that he was corrupt, and being a Jedi, he used ancient Jedi ritual and changed Anakin back to his normal self. Anakin asked what happened, and Yoda told him, "You killed the Jedi." He's like, No, I didn't." And then they all realized that Palpatine did it. Anakin was not at fault here. Anakin was relieved and disappointed. Palpatine was super enraged now. They decided to kill all the Jedi by himself, but Palpatine was super angry that he was also acting very stupid and died. And the same with Darth Jar Jar. Soon after. That's it for today.